I've been fascinated with the word endeavor ever since I was a teenager. It always put in my mind to strive for something, um, to challenge myself to do a little bit more than I would just just do the minimum and stop there. So Tatum Endeavor Group, the mission of Endeavor is to help folks learn the game of working with others who are either organizations or companies that they might have a problem with. They have a problem navigating the waters of working with municipal government, state government, just because they believe that the odds are stacked against them. They don't have anybody fighting for them. So I'm here, Tatum Endeavor Group is here to show that there are tools and mechanisms that they can use. Community economic development, and if I had to define it, it would be the amalgam of both community-based needs, housing, quality housing, services such as access to food, no food deserts, schools, mixed with the engines of economy. So your businesses, your retail, your offices, and also your access to healthcare. How a community is built and based upon that says a lot about the neighborhood. There are areas and pockets of our area where I would say there is a lack of quote unquote community development based upon my definition, where people question, how come we don't have development opportunities in our particular area, our neighborhood, or our ward? There are things that you could do. Look up the basic understanding of how many people actually vote in that neighborhood or in that ward or in that community. What is the crime statistics for that community? What is the population over the past 10 years? What are the schools like in those areas? These are things that developers look at, companies look at, because they want to know what type of clientele or workforce that they might be coming into if they're coming into that area. There are many areas that people question. We've never had a economic development engine come into our neighborhood for 30, 40, 50 plus years. I would tend to say there's a reason behind that. And sometimes the reason isn't what they might think it is. And the political factor does play a major role. And I think it would be best to state that if somebody really wants to know why certain areas flourish and some areas don't, have a meeting with those folks that are in those power plays, the chair people of council committees, the planning director, or the economic director of economic development or real estate in your communities. State that you would like to understand why certain areas benefit from economic investment and growth and other areas are left to rot. There are many that say you can't fight City Hall. Well, I say there's something wrong with that. You can, and you could also work with City Hall, but you have to have the right tools and the right temperament. My 35 years of working with municipal government, the one thing that always happened is folks would call and ask or state, that person said, or she said, or he said that I didn't have to pay that, or they were supposed to call me back. The dreaded he, she, or they. There's no accountability on either end. You need to have accountability. So what that means is document everything. Emotion is a very strong fuel. However, emotion without facts is futile. Many occasions I've seen folks that come in that are full of sound and fury, but they signify nothing because they have no documentation. They have no facts to support their argument. Tatum Endeavor Group strives to help community-based organizations and companies that are willing to improve their communities help you with that plan of action. From the beginning, to develop or figure out what you actually need, a process to figure out who needs to be involved, who are the decision makers that will help you get to those those goals, and then how to measure success. It is my hope that anyone that is curious in terms of working with community development in their communities understand the basics. It is not rocket science, but there is a science to it. There's a language, there is a jargon that goes on that really folks really need to have a basic understanding of. And the foundation that we're going to help you with begins with 3 steps. The steps of 1, knowing the information, getting details, getting names, getting numbers, titles, documenting when this conversation or conversations have happened or the interactions have happened. And then also understanding who your representation is and show them that you are working from a position of strength, meaning you have your documentation, you have your facts. These community-based organizations that have an idea of what they want to do, but just don't have an idea on how to get there. It begins with the simple steps of knowing what you need in your areas or your organization, and then developing a process of how you go from step A to step B, and what it takes to get there. Does that involve meeting with your entities of local government or state government? Does that mean working with the court system? Does that mean getting involved with your county representative, your state representative, or your local representative? Every success will begin with a simple plan of action, identifying what you need. We are here to help you understand every step of the way, and you want the success to last. Tatum Endeavor Group, you can reach us at tatumendeavorgroup@gmail.com or come to our website, Tatum Endeavor Group, LLC.com. That's Tatum Endeavor Group, LLC.com.